So there are 92% struggle rate or failure rate for people who set goals at the beginning of the year and don't achieve it. University of Scranton came out with a study that's found that only 8% of people who set goals actually achieve those goals in the time frame they set it. So for example, New Year's resolutions, New Year's goals, new business goals, people come up with these goals all the time, every single year. And what most people find is that at some point during the course of the year, or maybe the first week or month, it doesn't happen. The question is why? What are the pitfalls that people fall into, which is really what helps them, what prevents them from being able to really, really grow and achieve their goals and achieve that next level and what they set out to do at the beginning of the year. So the truth is, there's actually not just one or two. There's three main pitfalls that I see that when people don't have these in place, they struggle to actually achieve their goals. And it's the 8% who achieve them. And I'm going to share with you a few reasons why. So the first thing is that before I share what the main pitfalls are, I want to go back for a second. A few weeks ago, I shared in another Wednesday Wisdom how there's a process to actually writing effective goals. One of the things is the key is writing down the goals, meaning handwritten, not typed, not in your mind, not in your phone. Handwritten goals, they say statistically, if someone writes something down, they remember it 30% better. If they hear it, they remember it about 8%. They retain 8% of what they say. But when they write down a goal, they automatically launch the probability of them achieving it to a totally different level. So instead of thinking about goals, think about results. Let's trade that word. Let's say you have results that you want to achieve this year. What are those results? Know that automatically, if you just write down those results as like a promise to yourself, and when you publish those results, you share it online, you share it to your friends, you share it to family, you let other people know about, this is a result I'm going to achieve. This is an outcome I'm committed to creating. What happens is you create a certain level of accountability to yourself where you now force yourself because you know other people are looking and they know whether or not you're going to do this. If it's a goal that's in your head, you're less likely to actually know that people are paying attention. You know that, what if people don't actually know that I have this goal, right? There's no accountability where you think that people are from the outside looking in to see whether or not you achieved that outcome, whether you achieved what you set out to do. So it's really hard to see it as failure by not achieving it because you know that no one's really going to know anyways. Okay, so the first pitfall is when you write down your goal and you share it with people, it's helping you solve the problem of not having accountability to keep you on track in achieving that goal. Accountability can also be having someone who you pay or who you trade with, right? Maybe accountability partner, where you keep each other consistent and keep each other focused. Accountability can also be from someone who knows more than you or can see things from a more objective way in how you need to be doing things, what you need to be doing, in what way you need to be doing it, so that you're both being effective and efficient. Right? Effective means doing the right things. Efficient means doing things right? Because you could have a result that you want to achieve and you have some specific steps maybe, which usually most people don't have really clear specific steps. But if you had specific steps, if you don't have someone who's constantly saying or who's constantly available and checking in and saying, hey, are you doing this? Did you accomplish this? Where are you at with this? What happens is you're less likely to actually stay the course, because as soon as you set that goal, there's obstacles, there's challenges, there's fears, there's roadblocks, there's time restraints, there's all these other things that show up. So for example, let's say you said you wanted to double your business. Now, when you write down that goal, you say double your business, it's not clear, it's not measurable, and it's not really have a plan in it. It's not so clear that you could have, like I shared in the other week, so clear that you could have a 10-year-old with a clipboard that could look and say, yes, you did, or no, you didn't. Because they don't know what that number is. They don't know what time frame you're going to do it. They don't know, is that revenue? Is that profits? Does that mean you have to work double the hours? Are you planning to work half the hours and achieve that? Like, what is that specific goal? Get really, really clear. And then when you create the accountability by sharing that with someone, especially with someone who has that objective perspective and is able to look at what you're doing and see it more clearly than you, meaning they can see the outcome that you want to achieve and they can see the roadmap of the specific steps that you need to take more clearly than you, they can hold you to a higher level of accountability. Because they can say, hey, I know that you need to be doing these 4 or 5 things. An accountability partner, they're still able to hold you accountable if you find a really good one, but they're not able to look at it from the same level of clarity and objectivity of that higher level perspective of what do you need to do to achieve that great goal, to get that quantum leap forward to double your business or to run the marathon or to lose weight or whatever that major goal is. So the first one is accountability. Writing it down and writing it down really clearly and distributing that, telling as many other people as you can, that will hold you accountable because people that see it are going to wonder what you did. Did you achieve it? They're going to be looking in the back of their mind. They're going to be looking out to see, hey, when's this person going to achieve it? Okay, so that's accountability. The second one is having a plan. You really need to have a plan. Most people set goals. They say, yeah, I want to lose 50 pounds and I want to get to the next level in my relationship. I want to double my business. I want to, travel to Europe or whatever it is, right? They come up with goals that they have. Those are great goals, right? Very nice. But there's no plan. I want to is not a plan. I'm going to double my business is not a plan either. A plan is where you have clear, specific outline steps that have a specific time frame and then individual tasks or projects under that, each of those steps in that plan. So for example, a plan might look like one of my goals is to run a live event in February. More details coming about that soon, right? So running a live event, it's my first live event, but I've been to many others and I've seen what works really, really well. And I want to bring that to my tribe, to my audience, to my clientele. So what's that goal? How do you break such a big goal down? Well, their answer is, well, there's multiple pieces. Right? There's curriculum, there's food, there's other speakers, there's the value proposition, there's how people are going to walk away, there's the event promise, there's all these pieces involved. So each one of those have tasks involved, and I have to assign something, a deadline, a person, a time frame, a to-do list to each of those things. Do you see how when you break it down that clearly, it's like, oh, I can clearly see turn by turn how I'm going to achieve this goal, how I'm going to achieve this outcome, because I have the plan in place. So that's number 2. The third one is that when you set a goal that's really meaningful, if it's a big enough goal, what happens is right away, you have that, I don't want to do it. I'm scared. That fear, that challenge, that roadblock that shows up that says, but that's too big. Who says that you're big enough? Who says that you can do it? What if you get hurt? What if you fail? What if people laugh at you? What if no one shows up? What if fill in the blank? The what if, by the way, is the key indicator. It's like that flashing bright light that says, hey, this is fear. This is freaking out. We're just trying to keep you safe and playing small. So you have to handle that mindset piece because the mindset piece is literally like that thermostat that shows you here's where your setting is for the level of success that you can achieve this year. So many people set goals. And they'll even write them down. They'll even share it. They'll even hire a coach. They'll even hire an accountability partner. But when they don't address that foundational piece called mindset, figuring out where is their mind set, kind of like the temperature in their home is set to a certain temperature, so too your mind also has a thermostat. And when it's set to a certain level of success, to a certain level of I'm willing to take risks or face a certain level of rejection or potential fear, all of that also has to do with that set point has to be adjusted and your goals should be strong enough. They must be strong enough where what you want to achieve is not a should and not a want, right? I want to make $3 million this year. Well, most people have a goal of that too, right? Many people have a goal, but they only want to make $1 million if it lands on their lap. They're not willing to do things that they've never done before that scare them. I'm doing things now that freak me out. And you know what? On the other end of it, I feel amazing. It does. It feels amazing. But there's a massive internal mindset work that I'm doing and that you need to do if you're going to move your business and your skills and your personal life and your career to the next level. So I would be curious to hear what landed for you and invite you to share below. Let's have a conversation about helping you get to the next level and tune in next week and every Wednesday 10 a.m. Eastern for Wednesday Wisdom.